We got a lot of love for this guy. Tell us about it.
I'm actually excited, man. 2 days in a row, I've had the pleasure of bringing on someone that is either a family member or super close in relation. Spice Adams, King High School. He and I played on the same high school team. He graduated in '98. I graduated 3 years later. He goes on to Penn State. Just always in my corner, always a good dude, great football player, even funnier person, just a great person. His mother, Connie, she raised a stud with him, man. So I want to bring him on, man, and let's talk some stuff. Let's talk about the transition from football to social media now as Spice and Cream BIggums and What You Say Now, Chuck, and all these other characters that he portrays. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on Spice, man.
Look at that. Anthony Spice.
He's in the building.
Yes, sir.
Spice. What's going on, man? What's going on,
man?
brother? Appreciate you for coming on, man. So,
no problem, man.
I know you wanted to jump out, Ryan.
Anthony Spice, the first thing I have to ask you, so you graduated from King in '98. I graduated from Grosse Pointe South in 1997. What would have happened if running back Ryan Ermanni in 1997 and for Grosse Pointe South ran into Anthony Spice Adams, man? Who was going down on that one?
You would have got destroyed. You would have called our Grosse Pointe ambulance. You would have got destroyed.
We need
I
ambulance.
guarantee you probably was running about a 5'2".
Is it like watching Rich Eisen in those the 40s that he runs on the combine in suit?
You're giving me too much credit. I think I was like 5'6", 5'7".
He said 5'2".
He said I gave him too much credit.
Too much height. Oh my
Spice,
God.
I go back to those high school days though, and I think to myself, how does such a talent like you escape the state of Michigan and go to Penn State? How do these Michigan schools let you leave?
You know what? It wasn't Michigan or Michigan State's fault. I mean, they should have recruited me harder, and but I just wanted to get away. I wanted to lead a state. I just wanted to get away. It was too easy for my mom to drive 45 minutes
Pop up.
to Michigan.
Connie will pop up.
Oh, for sure, no question about it. And then what's funny is I went up to University of Michigan spring game to see Braylon. And y'all had like some dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at the table, and Lloyd Carr just comes over there, and he's like,
I remember that. I remember
Why?
that.
He's like, how come you didn't come here? And I was like,
remember that.
what? I'm just trying to eat my little salad, you know what I'm saying, and see my dog at the spring game and stuff like that, man. But you know, I just wanted to get out of the state, man. That's it.
Hey, Spice, switching gears for two. So actually, staying on the Penn State topic, talk to me about that 2002 year. Like we'll get to the 49ers and to the Bears, but talk to me about 2002. And when I say that, I gotta get people to understand how good that Penn State team was. Like, first of all, the Big Ten was loaded that year. You had Iowa end up winning that year. No, Ohio State won, but I think 1-01-02. I think Iowa did win. Who won 02? That was Ohio State ended up winning. Ohio State won. They won the national championship. You had
Too many
Iowa
concussions, man. I don't even know.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, but you had Iowa ended up, sharing the Big Ten. They went out to USC. You had Penn State. This team was fully loaded out there in Happy Valley. I mean, I'm just reading it off. You had Marcus Haynes on the line, drafted 14 overall. You had Jimmy Kennedy in the middle, drafted 15 overall. Reversed, drafted 12 overall. You had Larry Johnson, 2,000 yards. He was drafted 27.
What a player.
Had Brian Scott, wide receiver, was actually drafted here. Brian Johnson was drafted here in the first round, 17. You had Brian Scott, 55. You had Double A, Anthony Adams, 57. You had a ton of draft picks. What do you think happened with that 2000 team and why maybe they weren't able to be as good as the draft picks that you had that year? Because you guys were loaded.
I don't know, man. A couple of games just came down to one or two plays, man. You know how that is, man. And it's just like
one of them. I remember one of them.
Man, come on, man. Don't do this. don't do this, man. I knew you was gonna get me on here, man, to do this. I knew it. I should not.
I think it was a setup.
It was a setup.
2002,
right
man.
Now,
we went to overtime.
You're opening up old wounds, man. That's what you're doing right now. You're peeling the scab back.
It was a setup.
Back. I can't even tell my story, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Dang, man.
That's my
I'm about
my
to
bad.
be mad all over again.
That's my bad, player. You know, that's my bad.
You know what's funny, dog? You think it's a game, Braylon? I got my game pants on right now, bro.
He's got the Bears pants on.
He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. Spice is ready. Spice is ready right now.
It's not a game.
We gonna go. You want to do Oklahoma? Oh, he's got the Mitch McUnion. He's got the.
Oh my God!
He's got the 49ers with the Bears. I'm sorry for opening up old wounds. I knew we would end up getting that. Spice always accuses us in 2002 of cheating, but you know.
Listen, man.
It was a good game.
On everything I love. Every time we played y'all. If you rewind the tape and put it in like slow motion or press pause, you can see Tinkerbell come and she'll sprinkle a little pixie dust.
Not Tinkerbell.
She would sprinkle a little pixie dust every time.
We just had you guys' his number. Like you always say, we cheated. Robbie Gold just missed field goals. That's not my fault. That's not my fault that the great Robbie Gold.
Okay. Listen, let's talk about Tony Johnson having 2 feet in. Now you only supposed to have 1 in college, right? But he had 2.
Understood.
2 foots.
But what happened? But what happened to catch before that? He was out of bounds and they gave him the catch. It's called a makeup call. They do that in sports. They do that. Hey, if you just wouldn't let me score.
Like right now, you making stuff up. Yep.
Just to catch everybody up.
Absolutely right.
That was a 27-24 overtime win for the Michigan Wolverines over Penn State that day. Just in case.
Thanks.
You know what's so funny about that game is, and I think Spice knows this story. The night before the game, Chris Perry and I were like we used to do this thing when you watch the team movie.
Here we go. This is chill out, man, all over again right now. Chill out, man.
I see you call. Oh, you know what? I don't have to tell that story. Here's a good one.
We went over the play that won us the game.
No. That's not what happened. What happened was, you know, when you watch the team movie, Spice, the night before, we go up in people's room, turn the heat all the way up, you steal their pillows, steal their covers and stuff. So Chris stole mine, and I knew he did it. And I ran in his room after curfew and stole my stuff back. And now we're pillow fighting in the middle of the hallway.
Grown men.
And guess whose room we were next to? Because somebody knew that we both were immature kids. Lloyd comes out in the hallway the night before the game. Hey, gosh darn it. He didn't say gosh darn it, but hey, you take your sons up. He just went off on us. And so when it's the fourth quarter with like 7 or 8 minutes left, we're down 14. Chris and I are looking at each other like, man, you know we can't lose this one. And I look at Chris and I say, no, you can lose this one. I can't. I said, my buddy's going to be at Marshall or Toledo or somewhere. I ain't going to be at Michigan if we lose this game. So after the game, I called 2 to go to overtime. And Chris he ran the game winner. I said, shh, boy, you saved my scholarship. Yeah.
B, I know they don't call holding on goal line, but man, oh my gosh. I don't know who y'all center or guard was. This was me. Like, Bruh, it was.
It's so funny, though, when you watch that play, if you ever watch that play, nobody covered me on either one of the on the goal line play. Nobody covered me. Everybody, all 11 men were inside. I was doing like this on the outside by myself, but it didn't matter. We didn't need it.
Hey, Spice,
I'm so glad you didn't catch the game winner there.
Spice, sit tight for 30 seconds. Going to take a quick one. We'll be right back. We want to get into the NFL career and this explosion on social media, which is just fascinating and awesome. Spice Adams, sit right there. We'll be right back. Woodward Sports Network. Top of the hour here on Woodward Sports Network. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards.
I'm excited,
bottom
man.
line. This is fantastic. Anthony Spice Adams, Detroit King, Detroit Kid. He is now one of the greatest social media sensations.
Great family man. Got to add that in.
Absolutely, great family man. And of course, a long-time career in the NFL. Had made a home in Chicago. But I want to get into this NFL career, if I could, Anthony, because Braylon and I always talk about it so many times. It's not really when you get drafted, but it's what team you get drafted to. Yeah. Like if Braylon Edwards didn't go to a team in the Cleveland Browns that had 47 quarterbacks in his time,
Still made the Pro Bowl.
Right. And exactly.
This is true.
Exactly. So does that
and then
mean,
became enemy number one.
Yeah.
Behind LeBron.
but nonetheless, talk about your time for the 49ers and then ultimately really becoming a household name there in Chicago.
It was a good time, man. I got drafted. I was lucky enough to get drafted and be on the team with a lot of old school guys, man. These guys were grown, man. They had kids. They were married. I was like, whoa, like, what is this, man? We was going to like Bible study and like couples Bible study and stuff like that. I was learning so much, man. It was a great experience for me. They taught me how to be a professional, and I took everything that I learned and went on to the Bears and played here for 5 years, man. So it was a great experience for me, man. I'll never forget it. All those guys there, man. Bryant Young, Julian Peterson, T.O., Jeff Garcia, Ron Stone, Derek Deese, all those guys, man. They were great vets, man, and I had a good time, dude.
For a long time, I couldn't decipher between Julian Peterson and Julius Peppers. I thought they looked a lot alike. They looked a lot alike. Spice, like, get us into this. Like, obviously, we're talking football. Let's switch gears for a second. I worked with you at Big Ten Network for a short stint, and you were doing the media there, and I started to see you really do the funny things with Big Ten Network. But you already had been building your fan base on Instagram. You're becoming this, this funny man on Instagram, and a lot of the characters that you do naturally, like that you have done since high school and even before then, and that you do at home with your kids, your wife. You started putting that out there. Like, when did it just explode? Because you were picking up momentum, and then it was like COVID-19 hit, and I got, excuse my French, I got like little white kids coming up to me like, man, how you know Spice Adams? I'm like, how you know Spice Adams? You know what I'm saying? So like, everyone knows you. Like, one of the kids in the studio found out you were coming on yesterday. You should have seen his reaction. Like, Mike can't be any older than about 20. Like, about 19, 20. He saw the reaction and he was like, what? Spice Adams gonna be here tomorrow? So tell me about like when it just took off for you, and how you were able to share so much of yourself with the world.
Well, first of all, I didn't even want to be on social media. Like, I was just like, so you put together your thoughts and you type it onto Twitter, and then people judge your thoughts on Twitter. I was like, this is the stupidest thing in the world. Like, why would you want to do that? And so some of my teammates, like Chris Harris and Earl Bennett, they was like, man, you built for social media. And I couldn't see it. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the dynamic of it. I was like, this is wild. Like, I don't want to do this. And so what they would do is they would tape me coming into the locker room or record me going into the weight room, and then they would put it on their social media and they say, man, look at the interaction. Like, look how many people comment on it. Like, this is crazy. And so I was like, wow, man. So I started my little stuff, and I started doing it as I was playing. But then once I retired, I started seeing these videos of people doing like stereotype videos, like stuff big people say, stuff small people say. And I was like, nobody has a stuff that NFL free agents say. Like, this is what I'm going through right now. Like, nobody has a sports angle. So I put it out on YouTube, and everybody liked it. And then after that, I just kept putting videos out, man. I started hollering at some of the fellas. I was like, yo, should I put this video out? And they're like, yeah, man, we see this all the time in the locker room, but nobody else really get to see it. So I just started putting it out and started becoming consistent with it and putting out a bunch of relatable videos. And, people started to like it, man, and opportunity has been knocking for me.
Talking to a native Detroiter, Anthony Spice Adams. So great to have you along with us here, Anthony. We appreciate your time. I was telling Braylon and the guys earlier this morning, I turned your video on for
it's a rabbit hole, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was at work this morning,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna just check out a couple because I needed a good laugh.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd get one or two. 20 minutes later, I'm there watching these again, and I think one of the interesting parts too that a topic that you just NFL free agent and you post playing career now. So many people just don't realize that, you guys, when you quote unquote retire, are young men. You're young men. You can't just sit there and do nothing for the rest of your lives. I mean, to be able to transition to the next phase of your life and really open up avenues, even more so than when you were playing. I mean, your brand now is beyond anything it ever was when you were playing.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. It's scary, man. Like once you're done with football, because you don't have 65,000 people like screaming. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that set schedule where you have to be somewhere at 7:30, then you got something to do at 8, then 8:30, 9, all the way to 3:30. You know what I'm saying? So it's scary, man. But once you find something that you're passionate about, and it kind of makes you feel like football, where you're playing and you're just like, man, I get paid to do this. Like, I love to do this. And so, and you get paid for it. You get paid a king's ransom for a kid's game. And so if you can find something like that you're passionate about, then, you can keep doing it and start seeing checks rolling in. And you like, once you do that, then any dollar that you get outside of football, you're like, that's valuable. And so, and once you start doing that, man, you get into a little rhythm and things like that, man, and you start to find out who your audience is, and then you become Spice Adams.
Spice. Speaking of Spice Adams, man, we are try something on you. This is a new segment that we've been working on, and it's called Cheer Flames. Now, the Cheer Flames,
it ain't called Chill Out, man.
Speaking of Chill Out, man, you know where I got that from? Who used to say Chill Out all the time back at King?
Mel.
I told him. Then I said just like that.
And
Mel Smith.
Hold on.
Exactly like that.
Hey, you ain't telling them about Swabat?
Oh, students. Hold on, we gotta get to this. We gotta get to this segment. So like students will be able to. How they do the hot seat and they ask you questions. So we're gonna do something like that. We call it. It's our version of it, and it's called Cheer of Flames. Now I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna say blank or blank, and you just have to answer. It's very simple. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I guess so.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Smoker or grill?
Smoker.
Dalton or Fields?
Fields.
Oh.
Pizza Populis or Giordano's?
Pizza Populous. Come on.
See,
dog.
I told you
Like
I told you Pizza Populis.
Don't do me like that.
I told you
man.
you was gonna say Pizza Populis. Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
NFL football or NCAA football?
NCAA.
Yeah, I knew it. Good one. MJ or Prince?
Oh, I'm thinking Michael Jordan. I'm like, what?
Oh, my bad. Michael Jackson or Prince?
I mean, Michael Jackson.
Yes.
What?
I'm going Prince on that one. Cutler or Orton?
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's a good
I
one.
stuck it to him on the last one. There we go. I knew you would say KO. So you are the first person
I played more ping pong with KO.
There it is, ping pong, man. You're the first one to do Cheer Flames. I think you did amazing. We ain't trying to do it too hard. Just a pause. Just a little bit. So yeah, man.
Dang,
I got one for
I'm
you,
thinking
Spice.
Michael Jordan, dog.
I know, right? You like Michael Jordan, the Prince.
Look at
Spice,
Maz is in like a hair salon.
I got one for you.
Hair wash back there. He got
This
a
is the best
frappuccino.
view. Get the best
Got a
view.
frap.
Yeah,
Okay.
people disappointed. There's no stylist behind you.
Spice is Joe Pa or Bo?
He only knows
man.
one. Ooh.
Bo Schembechler?
Yeah.
Man, you know what's funny? Of course, I'm gonna choose Joe. But my mom was saying if Bo was still at University of Michigan,
Your butt would have
she
went
was
to Michigan.
She would not have signed the contract for me to go to Penn State. I'm like,
There you go.
whoa.
Your mom knows.
Nah.
That's
My mom
funny.
loved Bo, man. She loved Bo.
Yeah.
Hey, Spice, I got
But
something
she
for you.
loved Joe too.
What's with this Great American Cookout that you do? What is this thing?
Oh, the Great American Baking
the
Show?
baking show. Yeah.
Listen, it came out of nowhere, man. They had some co-hosts there, and they were married, and so they had a conflict with their daughter going to school or something like that, so they couldn't do the show. So I was working with this production company at the time, and they said, "Hey, do you want us to throw your hat in for a potential host of this Great American Baking Show?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I had just retired, and so I'm looking for work. I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so fast forward, this was like in May. So in June, it was the ESPYs going on in LA. So I was out there working the red carpet. And so they hit me up. They said, "Hey man, is there any chance you can get out here to LA by this week and meet with some ABC execs?" And I'm like, yeah, like I'm here right now. I'm like, how does Thursday sound? 9 a.m. They're like, yeah, let's do it. So boom, we go down to ABC's offices, and then they wanted a co-host. So they had Aisha Curry come in, Steph Curry's wife. And when she came in, like we just hit it off, like we were talking, whatever, blah blah blah. It's almost like
nice little name drop.
Weren't even there, and so no, she was the co-host.
I'm joking. I'm like, oh yeah, Steph's wife, man. You know, Steph's wife.
We were kicking it, man. Like like the ABC execs weren't even there, man. They could kind of see, the rapport that we were having or whatever, and they were just like, we like these two or whatever. So by the time we were leaving out of the office, they were like, we want you to be the host of the Great American Bacon Show. And so I'm like, dang, like all of this is happening fast. And I didn't believe it until I got my itinerary, because we filmed that in the UK. And so I saw my flight to Heathrow, London, and everything. I'm like, oh, snap, like this is going down.
What happened to America?
So, I did one season as co-host with Aisha Curry, and I did 2 seasons with former Spice Girl Emma Bunton. So it was dope, man.
Man,
it was dope.
That is so great.
That's a lucky guy right there.
That
man.
is so great. Anthony Spice Adams.
My brother, man.
On Twitter, on
sir.
Instagram. It is a great place to be on social media if you want to have some fun. And you are so right. Every time the barber's trying to line you up, they're always telling jokes. I don't know why they do that. I saw that video today.
Quick, before we let you go, Spice, quick one, and I know this is tough for you. What is your favorite parody or video, or what is your favorite one that's like? You can pick 2 before we let you go. You got to pick 2 because you got a million of them, but I know there's 2.
Well, anytime I'm acting like one of the old heads that got the Bluetooth in, like
what you say, not Chuck?
Like that's the funniest thing ever. Man.
Okay.
It just remind me of my uncles and friends of the family that used to come over and barbecue and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know how it is, man. You go out to Belle Isle, you choose one of them grills, you get up in one of them shelters, man, and you
5 a.m.
Man, that junk is so fun, man. So it just remind me of being back home in Detroit. That's one. And another one is doing Cream Biggums. Cream Biggums is hilarious, man. You see this guy at every gym. He's the last person that you pick, and this guy doesn't lack any confidence. He coming down, chucking a shot, just like he's Steph Curry or somebody. And
always fresh off a workout too. He always fresh off a workout.
Oh my God!
He you know how Lifetime is set up. He just left up top. Now he's coming downstairs and he's extra swole.
Hey, I think I made this one, man. I ain't even tried to, and it's boom. There it goes.
Let's see the dunk though.
Hey man, look. What's
Miles
so funny
Bridges.
about this, man? What's so funny is I was in my garage just doing moves and everything, and I had set up my phone on a ladder. I didn't even have a tripod. I just set it up there. It was hot. It was like July, and I'm doing all of these moves. I'm sweating, and then I take my phone and I edit it, and then I'm like, this is stupid.
Oh my God!
This is the
Look at
dumbest
this.
thing. Bro, it's just sitting
To
in my
you.
phone, right?
It's so funny
just
though.
sitting in my phone. And then one night we were at my son had a track meet, and we were at Ball State, and I was dozing off or whatever. And this was the Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors, whatever. They were in the championship. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna post this stupid video, dude. Like I'm just get it out my phone. So I post it, then I fall asleep. I wake up, zzz, 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 like all my notifications is going crazy. And so all my friends like, yo, Kevin Hart just posted your video on Instagram. And I'm like, maybe he commented or something. Like, this man is a full-blown comedian who goes on tours,
Superstar.
movies. Yeah, I mean, this guy is the real deal. Like, no way he posted my stuff on his page. So I go to his page, and sure enough, the Cream Biggums doing the jab steps and all that stuff is on his page. And I'm like, dang. So once he posted it, then House of Highlights posted, Sports Center, Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, like everybody with like over 1 million followers on their page was posting that video.
That's how it happens,
So
man.
it just blew up. Then I had to create an account for him because I didn't want people to take it and be putting all this stuff on there, man. So now Cream Biggums got like 320,000 followers on Instagram.
Spice Adams,
That's
Detroit guy, great family,
My
man.
guy,
We're
man.
real proud of your success, and I'm
Appreciate
glad I'd never had to find out back in 1997
Yeah, I
who
would've
would have won
watched
that.
I would have watched you.
Spice, man, I appreciate it, brother.
Who
Thanks
would've
for
won
coming
that
on.
battle?
You be like Mr.
I hit you up
T.
after the show. Man.
Take a break.
I'd have gave you that business.
He got the shoulder
I'd have gave you
pad.
that business.
Right, right.
Hey, the Lions going to beat the
Right
Bears
here,
this
it's not
year?
a game, man. You got to stay ready. No. Heck no, they ain't beating no Bears. Come on, dog.
Come on, Spice.
Come on, man.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna stop by the office today because I usually do it like every week. Let them know I got about 20 plays in me, coach. What's up now? I'm on my way there now.
Spice about to tell Maz, man, chill out.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
We'll at least beat you once. We'll beat you once.
Swab back.
Swap back.
We'll take a break. Come right back. Ermanni and Edwards, the bottom line. Thanks to Spice Adams.
Appreciate you,
Follow
brother.
them all over the place. This is Woodward Sports Network.